Fuxter and welcome to The Other Games, my show about independent games, their creators and all the stuff about them. As usual, I will tell you many interesting things from the world of independent gaming, and we'll definitely take a look at 3 games I chose to show you in this episode. But first, let's take a look at what has been spotted in my crossfire zone. Lexaloffle has posted his short video showing 2 levels of his new game under development, Swarm Racer 3000, the sequel to his previous game Swarm Racer, with which he participated in Ludum Dare competition. Just take a look at the visuals. When I saw it first, I was really excited to play this game. Finally, the full version of Gianas Return has come out, the great sequel of the famous Gianas sisters from the mid-80s. All the veterans of the platform gaming should play this game. 7 worlds with 8 stages in each, and of course the bosses await us at the end of each stage. Different power-ups and extras, old school graphics, hand-drawn backgrounds and cutscenes, over 18 tracks of fine cheap music, secret passcodes and a record table. That's what those guys came out with after 2 years of development. Castlevania The Bloodletting from Piscedreams, one of the best fan creativities by the Castlevania games. And it's been in development almost 2 years. And whilst you can play beta version, which is close to final, as the creator says there's only few places left to polish. Castlevania fans themselves already adore this tribute, and that is saying a lot. Fishhead 4 Blueprint from Hayo van Reek, a new platformer from the author who by now gave us some great games. The project just started and we only have few screenshots, but we already love the game, don't we? William David has quit his job at Ubisoft and decided to tell the world about it by creating a short game, another way to quit a job in style. Seems like it's becoming a common thing for independent developers, to quit their job at some monstrous game companies and then to draw a game about it. mickfarrow posted his latest game Rambo, a remake of the Ocean's classic Rambo First Blood Part 2 for ZX Spectrum. Creator really tried to keep the atmosphere of the original. The game even uses the same map. It has great graphics, great sound effects, so all the gamers of older age get it and play it. And there's more. Did you know that a game created by independent developer can become a real arcade and moreover be placed at Akihabara? Ha! Now you do! Exception shoot 'em up created by Primitive has grown up to a full-fledged arcade machine, and now you can feed it with some of your coins. By the way, the game itself is a great dynamic shmup with great graphics. And now we move forward to our 3 games of this episode, and I want to ask you, do you hate Windows? Well, you should. They are so annoying. There are always so many, and they just keep staring at you all the time. They are watching you. That's what Maximilian Q. Worthington from the Window Hater game thought. And then one day he finds a parcel at his door with a flamethrower and a jetpack, and he must have thought, aha! And that's where the game begins. Well, you see, we fly, hit the windows to blow them off. If we don't hit the window enough to blow, it cools really fast. And of course, those helicopters try to get in our way. They fire some different types of shells randomly, but the meanest enemy in this game is the timer. You have to blow all the windows before the timer runs out. The game has great graphics from the Commodore and Amiga age, and the gameplay itself is really similar to the games of that era, and the sound is great as well. All in all, the game definitely will grant you much fun if you give it a chance. Also, this week ASCIIsoft finished his first game, Tower of Heaven. It immediately becomes so popular that there is a special speedrun content held on Kicksource forums. The game is not even 4-color, it's 3-color, and it's just amazing. Look, there are flowers moving as we run by. This is a pretty tough platformer, I must say. On each stage you have to get to the door trying not to die some painful death, and variety of the death sources is surprising. All the restrictions which would lead to the death are introduced with each new level. And as for me, the most sadistic law in this game is you can't walk left. You can move left in midair, but you can't walk left. Oh, and each death scene is really well animated. As for the music, it's just great. The game has its main theme and each different stage plays its own variation of the main theme. And all the other sounds in the game are well done to fit the atmosphere of the Tower of Heaven. Yeah, the game probably will make you sweat and lose some number of nerve cells, but not nearly as much as our next and last game of this episode. Several days ago I got an email from Sonic, and it was saying, "Hey, I watched a show about independent games. Here, play my game." And I said, "Wow, cool, definitely will give it a try." 3 hours later, when I unsticked my face from the monitor with this game, I was thinking, why? Why does he hate me so much? And now I want you to play this game. The game is simply called Equal Sign, and this is the kind of games where you have to control the object with your mouse, trying not to touch some obstacles. Yeah, you're right, there are plenty of such games, but here we control doubled sticks, and moreover, we can make them go wider with the left mouse button and close them up with the right mouse button. And just when I thought, well, this is simple, the next level introduced stretching and squeezing of the level itself. And that's when I dropped my jaw. And then on the later level I had to rotate it. And it went clear to me, the creator of the game wanted me dead. So here are controls. In the beginning of each level you place your equal sign in the box and click it. Then you move it with your mouse. To draw two sticks apart or close them up, you hold left or right mouse button. As for the up, down, left, right arrow, they act differently on each level. And of course, I must make a special mention on this soundtrack from one of my favorite old school musicians, Rambo. It is so cool, and it was composed with Game Boy and LSDJ. It's awesome, and I love it. And then Sonic sent me another email saying that at the moment he's working on this sequel that goes by the name Xi. As if it wasn't painful enough. Well, you got 3 games to help you lose a few hundreds of nerve cells and prove how smooth your keyboard and mouse are. Play these games and leave your comments about the games and this episode down below. I'd love to hear it from you. It was The Other Games, my show about independent games, their creators and all the stuff about them, and I am Fuxter. See you in the next episode. Bye! Excel Sonic. Excel Sonic. Excel Sonic. Boom!